You are a creation of God. And as a creation of God, you have basic fundamental freedoms freedom to live where you want, go where you want, and do what you want. But there are other species of God's creation who do not have the same basic fundamental freedoms. Around the world, there are thousands of animals locked up, malnourished, and exploited for financial gain. My name is Gabrielle Vandenberg, and today I'm going to talk to you about the giant money-making corporation of SeaWorld and how going there is furthering the abuse of marine animals. SeaWorld opened its gates in 1964 and acquired their first orca in 1965, and this became the catalyst of orca exploitation all across the world. These animals were inhumanely captured, are still living in inadequate habitats, and are stripped of basic physical and social needs. By nature, orcas are highly social and intelligent animals and rely on their family units for their basic needs. According to the Animal Welfare Institute, the first orca ever captured was a baby calf taken away from its mother, relocated to a SeaWorld facility to live in a swimming pool. SeaWorld has since captured or bred over 100 orcas. 133 of those orcas are now dead. Captivity is not a place for wild animals. Orcas are used to having the whole ocean as their playground. Wild orcas swim up to 40 miles every single day. In SeaWorld, they have a glorified bathtub at only a couple hundred feet wide. SeaWorld claims they are a research and rehabilitation facility, but when in actuality, they lie about the health of their animals. If you go to a SeaWorld park today, you will see that all of their orcas have a collapsed dorsal fin, and they will tell you that this is very common amongst all orcas, even in the wild, when in actuality, that is not true. Less than 1% of orcas in the wild have a collapsed dorsal fin. At SeaWorld, they will also tell you that the life expectancy of all orcas is around 30 years, when in the wild, that is, again, not true. Orcas in the wild have a life expectancy similar to humans, around 80 to 100 years. SeaWorld became an epicenter for captivity breeding. One killer whale in particular, named Tilikum, became more of like a sperm bank and fathered 18 of SeaWorld's whales. And the calves born in the facility were quickly taken away from their mothers and shipped to other amusement parks across the world. The physical and mental distress of living in captivity causes serious psychological harm to these animals. And because of this, there have been whale-on-whale attacks at this facility, and not only have there been many tragic animal deaths because of this, but human lives have been lost at the expense of captivity as well. Sadly, because of the psychological harm, whales have acted out of distress and have killed 4 SeaWorld trainers while in the pool with them in front of a live audience. After the 4th tragic death of SeaWorld trainer Don Brancheau in 2010, a lot of people began to question the ethics of whale captivity. Because of the relentless work of animal activists, SeaWorld had a significant decline in park sales and finally stopped using orcas as circus animals and breeding machines. Although this is great news for future orcas, there are still up to 30 orcas still living in captivity today. By giving money to this corporation, we are advancing this mistreatment of wild animals. There are so many other ways you can experience wildlife that does not involve unethical harm. You can see these amazing animals up close in their natural habitat through whale watching experiences right here in Southern California. As attached to the speech outline, I will provide information and links to these ethical options, as well as attach petitions you can sign to stop animal captivity. Yes, SeaWorld does a small part in helping marine animals, but their harm is much greater. At the end of the day, SeaWorld is a money-making corporation, an amusement park. that care more about making money than they do about caring for animals. Animals deserve to live in the wild the way God intended. Please do your part and let these animals have the same fundamental freedoms you do, to live without limits. Just being aware and spreading the word about this can help these animals so much. But if you'd like to do more, you can donate today to nonprofit organizations such as PETA or Whales and Dolphins Conservation USA. I want to see a stop to animal captivity, and I hope you do too.